Sometimes you don't need a lot of gear to do a gig. Here I've got my PA system, I've got my guitar, I've got my mic stand, I've got my cables. When you arrive at a venue, the first thing you'll need to do is to work out where best to place your PA system within the room. There are several factors that will dictate this, including the shape of the room and the particular stage setup that you have. It is often best to avoid putting your speakers right in the corner of rooms, because in the corners you'll often get big build-ups of bass frequencies, which will make your PA system sound unbalanced, and you could get a bit muddy or a bit boomy. So it's generally best to kind of go for a more centralized position in the room where you can fire down the room and fill the space as evenly and cleanly as possible. Another thing often to try to avoid is to place your PA system directly behind you, especially if your mic's going to be right in front of you here, because you're just asking for trouble with feedback here. That said, certain PA systems, and this one in particular, has got an array style technology with the speakers, which has multiple speakers down it. Because of this design, it's less susceptible to feedback than other systems. So unless you're playing very loud, you may be able to get away with having the mic in front of it, which also has the added bonus that you can use it for monitoring and not need a separate stage monitor. However, if you want to have the volume loud and really project down to the room, you're always going to be best having the PA system in front of you. You're much better off putting the speakers in a more centralized location, as you're more likely to get an even sound. That said, you don't want it right in the middle because you're likely to be standing in front of it, which is a feedback problem. So you want a kind of a centralized location. You'll often see people with two speakers and they'll go like one there, and fire down the center of the room, which is great. If you only have one PA system, like I have, just one speaker, which is all I need to fill this room, because it's just me and a guitar, it's in mono, I don't need multiple speakers, it's got a wide enough dispersion pattern. I'll put that slightly off center, potentially in front of me, potentially behind, depending on the level I need. So once you've found the best position for your speaker within the room, the next stage is plugging everything in and turning it on. Now, one thing to remember, whether you're using an active system like this,
I think like 800 or 900 bucks. So we'll see what they offer, okay? And then we'll know.